Mass crypto adoption will take place when it becomes simple and easy to buy, sell, and store tokens. Viktor Radchenko, founder of Trust Wallet Binance, intends to play a role in making this happen. Well, now they're owned by Binance, and Trust Wallet's helping the massive crypto exchange continue its mission to make crypto easy to use and give users full control over their digital assets. What's in your wallet? Hopefully, lots of shiny tokens bound for the moon. Join us as we jump in the rocket for episode number 261 of the Bad Crypto Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Who's bad?
This is Adam Williams from World CryptoCon. You guys are listening to the baddest badasses in the crypto space, Mr. Joel Comm and Mr. Travis Wright. Stay bad.
Welcome to the Bad Crypto Podcast, the show for the crypto curious and the crypto serious. I'm Joel Comm. He is...
I'm Travis Wright.
Travis Wright.
Are you serious or are you furious or are you curious? What's your feeling today, Mr.
I'm mysterious.
Oh, you're very mysterious.
I'm feeling crypto mysterious.
Mysterious.
I'm trying to solve the mystery of where my crypto went.
I am a little crypto delirious. We spent a couple of days here in France.
Yeah, French. He had some French dressing.
I did. I like when I was doing my Paris, Texas accent. Bonjour.
Y'all,
merci. Yeah, it's been great. But I tell you, we've been on stage a lot, and I'm a little tired.
Me too.
My juice is not as juicy as it normally is.
Fortunately, we recorded our interview for today beforehand, so we're just going to give a shout out to our show sponsor and get to it. Show sponsor is Divvy, the crypto app that makes it easy to earn, transact, and store crypto. We're talking about ease of use. You're going to learn more about that today. And Divvy is the first crypto ecosystem that is powered by masternodes, which can be installed in one clickety-clickety-clickety-clack. And that's tippity-boo. I learned that today.
That was good. Tippity-boo.
Yeah, being in France at this conference, there's people all over the world that, are here, people from all over the world, right? We've met people from the Eastern, Europe, and people from Australia, and people from London,
Eastern
England, Asia. And I learned today that tippity boo is something that some Brits say that means messed up.
Oh, it's all tippity boo.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Tippity boo. That's
tippity boo. It's not good.
Tippity boo. So what's not tippity boo is the Divvy Masternode one-click cloud installer. You've got one. I've got two masternodes running right now, and it really is incredibly easy to set up a masternode with one click.
Yeah. So I have, what is it? I have a gold one, I guess. I'm staking
solid gold
staking
masternode
1 million
dancers.
tokens.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is that every day it gives me about 2,200 tokens as part of a divvy, because I'm staking the tokens. I'm getting more tokens.
It's your reward for being a good boy.
Getting like $8 a day worth of divvy.
Check it out, divvyproject.org, and you can set up a masternode. I think it's the lowest level is the silver level. It requires 100,000 tokens, and it's $15 a month to run that. But depending upon the price of where the tokens go, it could end up being wildly profitable. You don't know until you check it out. divvyproject.org.
It's pretty cool. I'm enjoying playing with it. And you know what? You're staking them in the cloud, so your computer actually is not really doing much, except you have the software on the computer and you're staking it. Yep. So literally I had the Divvy app shut off. I turned it back on, and I realized if I had 4 days worth of tokens pop my way, I got about 10,000 additional Divvy. It's
like having A1 sauce with your stake.
Yeah. What's interesting is I'm getting about $8 worth of Divvy a day. I'm spending $15 on the masternode. So that's profitable all day long.
That's math.
It is.
That's awesome.
Good stuff.
All right. Thank you, Divvy, for sponsoring our show and for being the master of our nodes. And now we're going to go to our interview with Viktor Radchenko, founder of Trust Wallet. Well, it was just a short time ago that we welcomed CZ, the CEO and founder of Binance, the world's biggest crypto exchange, to the show. And Binance, of course, is they have succeeded for a number of reasons, and one of them is smart acquisitions. One of the acquisitions that they have made is a multi-currency crypto wallet and DApp browser called Trust Wallet. Binance acquired this to continue their mission to make crypto easy to use and to give their users full control over their digital assets. And we have with us today Viktor Radchenko, who is the founder of Trust Wallet. And so this is kind of like Binance Part 2. Viktor, welcome to Bad Crypto.
Hey guys, it's pretty exciting to be here.
Yeah, you're from a part of the world that my ancestry reigns from. They migrated from Ukraine, and Travis loves going over there, don't you, Trav?
Oh, that's pretty amazing, actually. Where did you guys go in Ukraine?
I've been to so far, I think Kiev. I've been 7-8 times maybe to Kiev in the past couple of years. That's pretty much it. Mostly Kiev. I was going to go down to Odessa, but I didn't. And I did not want to go too far to the southwest. There's a little conflict and stuff going on down there. So I'm trying to keep away from that area. But love going to Kiev.
And I've been there a total of 0 times, but my ancestry is from there. So I hope to make it for some crypto event in the not too distant future. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. So actually, if you're planning to go, I will recommend some places. I personally haven't been to Ukraine for about 8 years or so. So since the last time I left.
So let's talk a little bit about the project Trust Wallet itself. Why don't you kind of give us the why you founded this and what does it do?
Yeah, so the way it's all started, it's probably going back to 2017. This is where everything kind of started for me in terms of, development. And then, I was struggling with one problem is not being able to store my tokens on my mobile phone. And that was early, 2017, probably summer. There's only one service out there, is my Ether wallet, and everyone kind of used it. And the second option was hardware wallets, but the problem with them is they're more expensive and they're less accessible for the regular user. So they're like, cost $100. You need to order them. You need to wait for quite a long time. And then they're also limited in sort of like number of cryptocurrencies you can store. So I thought because, mobile phones, they already have secure elements inside of it. So you can actually build a wallet on top of it and let other people to use it in the phone. Because if you think about mobile apps, this is what kind of revolutionized everything when they all came out, because anyone as a developer could build something really useful and that could be utilized for anyone. And so since then, I realized that I want to build my own wallet and just want to make it open source for anyone to use and kind of learn from the experience that I gained. And I built something really quickly in about 3 weeks since I was a Swift developer. So I built apps for iOS. And in 3 weeks, I built something similar that will allow you to send and receive ERC20 tokens and Ethereum itself. And I thought like, oh, that's really cool. Let's just open source and we'll see whoever is going to join and kind of help me to build this. And then, some friends started to participate in different ICOs. They thought that like they need a wallet. And I told them like, oh, try out this wallet that I just built. And, all these people were really excited because I built one small feature that kind of built UX around it afterwards. That feature called automatically appear tokens. So what does it mean? Because whenever you go to my Ether wallet, you need to like either press a button or do some actions like manually add tokens. But instead, what I thought, like, let's build just one API that parses the whole blockchain and then finds all the tokens for a specific user. Because you usually have like tons of tokens, maybe like 10 or 20, and you don't really know what their like contract information, decimals, and names. And so I built that like small API. And so whenever someone like will input their private key, I will take that address and I will fetch it all the tokens from the API. So all the tokens though will just automatically appear, and all the people are like super excited about this feature. And this is where it's all started.
That is really handy, and you really love that term automagic, don't you?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, actually, like all the people who came to us, they were like, "Oh, you misspelled this. Can you fix it?" I was like, "No, that was made actually on purpose."
Yeah, that's on purpose. That's a fun word. So for example, let's say I have MetaMask, right, and I have my address that's connected to my MetaMask. How do I basically set up my Trust Wallet? Because I have my MetaMask over here on my desktop. Do I just send over my address and do I need to connect with my private keys? What do I need to do to connect to that?
So there is 2 ways to do it. We give options to people, those that they want to choose. So there are some people who use hardware wallets and they want to just, put their address and just watch all the activities on their wallets. This is something you could do with MetaMask. If you want to just watch the wallet on mobile, not to provide any private keys. But most of the people, what they do, they either import their mnemonic phrase or backup phrase or their private key into the Trust Wallet. And you will see exactly the same information because we're using the same standard, which is BIP44, that allows you to derive private keys based on the mnemonic phrase. And it's pretty easy experience. You just basically do the same as you do on MetaMask. And we provide the same plus additional features in the mobile app.
Yeah, we're kind of in this place in crypto right now where if you ask anybody what's keeping us from, adoption, it is easy to use tools and accessibility. And so Trust Wallet certainly is, moving in that direction. Still, though, crypto is kind of complex for the average bear. What do you think needs to happen so that, we can finally say, hey, this is for everybody. Look how easy it is.
Yeah, totally. I think there's lots of ways we can improve the whole crypto, movement. I don't think it's going to be just one solution where we're going to build just one wallet that has amazing interface. But I think there is different type of people who would like to have different type of security. So let's say that me sometimes feel like I want actually the bank to control my crypto, for example. There's tons of people who would love to have that option. And for example, if we talk about accessibility, we want to give many different options, 100 different options for the people. If I have my own US bank account, I want to just buy crypto and store it maybe on my Wells Fargo. And that's totally fine because I don't think you just want to talk about the full decentralization and owning, fully the private keys and all the assets. You want to give different options to people. So I would like to keep my assets on my Wells Fargo, and then I want to give some assets on my harder wallets, and I want to have them somewhere on a mobile phone to be as a hot wallet. So if you're thinking about the whole world, we just want to think about all these options. So it's not going to be just one single wallet or a single exchange that provides that to you.
Very cool. I'm actually going through it right now. I just downloaded Trust Wallet on iOS, and it looks like it has over 2,000 reviews, and it's a complete 5-star rated app. So nicely done. And what I've done so far, just since I asked that last question, is I've gone to my MetaMask. I opened up my Ethereum wallet, and I scanned the QR code on my MetaMask, and my wallet is now imported. And what it's doing is it's going through and calculating and figuring out all the different tokens that I have and the values of all of them all in one. Wow, that is way more handy than just importing all that stuff into Blockfolio.
Yeah, totally. No, I think this is one of the features we want to focus. I know they might not be fully decentralized, but at the same time, they give you that kind of UX. And then at the same time, the way we build the wallet is that it's fully decentralized in a way where we connect directly to the blockchain itself, and we just talk directly to the node. So any user would be able to choose their own nodes and be fully decentralized in this sense if we shut down any of our services.
This is amazing. Mr. Joe Com, you should pop that in there real quick. It's amazing how many coins we have.
Yeah, I'm actually looking on MetaMask to see where the QR code is so that I can take a picture with my...
the QR code is in the 3 dots up in the over on the upper right. 3 dots, account options, and then account details.
There it is. Okay, Mr. Travis Wright, the app is downloaded. I have QR coded, and I'm going to import this sucker right here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, the way you think also, since we're now multi-currency wallet, so it used to be just Ethereum and ERC20s. Now what do? We combine all the tokens from different blockchains. So if you have something on Tron network, it will just all appear at the same time. So I think we just want to make it easier for the users to find them in the first place. And then once you see them, it's much easier to send and receive.
Now I have a question. So one thing that we've done, so we've been doing Bad Crypto now for in July it'll be 2 years, right? Actually, we started Bad Crypto the same time Binance was started. And so CZ is doing a little better than we are, but we're having fun. But what we decided to do was create our own blockchain called Badcoin, right? And what we've done, badcoin.net, because what we realized was that mining was very centralized with a lot of powers over in China and different places where they have a whole bunch of computers, right? So what we've done is we've basically made a fork of Bitcoin, added 5 total blockchain algorithms to this, and made Badcoin, which is essentially a blockchain that is now mineable by any computer that can connect to the internet fairly. Doesn't matter if you have a warehouse full of ASIC computers or you have one Pentium 1 sitting in grandma's den, right? It's fair, it's equal, and anybody can mine pretty much equally. And so how would new chains, because it's a brand new blockchain that's never been connected in. It's not an ERC20. It's not a Bitcoin blockchain. How do new coins like that get enabled to into your wallet?
Yeah, I had the same question as you did. And, that was kind of annoying because, all these people, they always ask like, oh, when do you add this coin or the other? But in reality, what happens is that like all these wallets, they limited, like all the companies out there, like thousands of them, they're all limited in terms of technical knowledge and also resources. So if you want to add a new coin, it usually has a different type of API that makes it like harder for you to integrate it, and then you need to run all the nodes and makes it like super hard. And so what I thought about this is like, let's just give users and developers access to all this information. And we built something that's called Wallet Core that allows you to now integrate any blockchain into the Trust Wallet. Plus, because it's an open source library, anyone could build their own wallet if they wanted to, and then have ability to access like over 20 different blockchains. There's like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tron, Ripple, different types. And we like the way we focus on is like, let's just define a protocol. Let's just define the standards, and whoever wants to add a new blockchain, they will just be able to do it. And since you guys have a Bitcoin, for you, it would be like super easy to integrate because it's a fork of a Bitcoin. So it uses the same crypto, and we just need to define different prefixes that's used just for this specific blockchain. And once that's defined, it will be automatically pulled into the mobile apps.
Here's what I like. Not only did this easily import my MetaMask ERC20 tokens, but it also imported my ERC721 collectibles. So I see my 4 CryptoKitties that I've had since the beginning of time. I see my Gods Unchained card collection that I've been purchasing. That's a trading card game that's launching on Ethereum. This is super cool. I'm digging it.
Yeah, totally. So I think if you think about crypto, I don't think it's going to be just single type of asset. We're going to see many different ways of people utilizing crypto, right? So it's going to start everything with like coins. Then will be like tokens as, fungible tokens and non-fungible. So one thing I like about non-fungible tokens is that they're really fun to play with because they're mostly built for games at this point. So it's fun to just show it to different people, like different CryptoKitties, and then you kind of explain them how they work. And because they're unique, you can say like, oh, this is collectible. No one has this.
Isn't that why they call them fungible? Because they're fun? Isn't that what that means?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
One thing, I'm looking at the same thing Mr. Joel Kahn was talking about with the collectibles. And so I only have one, which is a Crypto Kaiju, but my Crypto Kaiju is named Bad. And it says, don't let I've never seen the details behind it, actually. This is the first time I've ever seen these details about that particular collectible. This is really cool. It has a whole description. It says, don't let the name fool you. Bad is great at everything he turns his hands to. He's an amazing podcast host, a skilled writer, and an accomplished digital marketer. He's loved by many for his cheery personality and amazing sense of humor, and is an incredible advocate for cryptocurrencies. Wow, that's pretty cool.
That's amazing.
So my little Crypto Kaiju has a description I didn't even know existed.
Yeah. So, our goal was to kind of give those insights to you, so you don't need to find them.
I'm just really surprised at how many coins I have that are worth completely nothing. I did really good on that whole ICO thing, guys.
Talk a little bit about the acquisition then. How surprised were you when Binance says, hey, we want to bring this on board to our platform?
Yeah, I think so that was the summer of 2018 when I basically had like different routes to go through. And one of the challenges I saw is that because there is so many different wallets, right, it's kind of hard to compete because our goal, like, compete for the new users, and it's always challenging. And then the second problem is like, how do you make the product sustainable? Because at the moment, the wallets don't have many business models to kind of grow really quickly because we don't control funds of the users. And then, the features we build on top of it won't be so profitable yet. I think you can build exchanges right inside the wallet, but still, it's still a little bit early. So you need to still raise money in order to sustain as a wallet company. Ideally, you just want to have at least like 8 employees working on different type of kind of products. And so this is the challenges I had, and I thought that I will go and actually do the ICO. And initially, I did private token sale. We raised some money, and then at the same time, I was talking to Binance. And what I realized at some point is that, like, even if I do token sale, it's not going to be a really good path for me because we'll be struggling with some security problems. At the same time, if you raise money in tokens, then most people have different perception of the product. So we thought it might be even easier for me just to focus on a product and join Binance, and to have all these resources just to focus on one single problem, to focus on like building amazing wallet on mobile. And that's what kind of acquisition gave me. And now we have a small team that kind of like, we're small, but at the same time we're able to iterate really quickly on the new features and build all this product around it. And part of it is we want to open source all the technology that we build. We don't want to just open source the wallet itself, just because it doesn't really make sense, because people just fork it. But what we want to do, we want to build useful libraries for anyone to use it on top of it.
I'm blown away. I think this is the funnest wallet. I just imported my other Etherscan or my Ether wallet in there as well to kind of check them all out. It's like coins galore. This is just so fun. How many horrible coins I have. I love that. This is fun. So let me ask you this then about, how secure is this? It seems like it's really secure because it's only pulling in my addresses. But if I give you my 12, word key store, or I give you my private keys, I mean, what measures have you put in place to ensure that this is completely secure?
Yeah, so there's two types of security at this level, right? So the first one is the hardware level security. So we're utilizing all the technology that the phone itself provides us. So we use keychain to store the passwords, and then we use, encrypted storage on the iPhone device to put your private key securely. And, this is the first part, right? This is everything we could do in order to make it really safe for you to use the mobile. But at the same time, we have like layer of protection where we can ask a PIN code in order to access the app itself. And that's what's used to encrypt the information inside it. But at the same time, like I think the biggest problem usually, it's not maybe the app itself, is the people, right? So people tend to do stupid things. So our goal to kind of educate and tell them like, don't share this with anyone. Try to write it down on a piece of paper and then just keep it secure in a few places. Even though I noticed that some people, or including myself, I could write down the 12 words, but at the same time, I could lose that piece of paper 2 years from now, because it's also different in terms of mobile phones and hardware wallets, because once you do investment in hardware wallets, you have more commitment to keeping this wallet alive. So that's why you kind of keep your backup phrase securely. But then with hot wallets, it's a little bit harder because, it's easy to sign up and then it's easy to forget in this case. So we kind of like force people to make sure they have the phrase itself. So the way we do it is we force them to verify that they actually wrote it. Like every time we just give them new words, we tell them like, you need to verify now. Because if you don't, we're going to give you a pop-up every time you do any action. And so that's how we kind of approach it. But at the same time, we have some hooks in place where we say, if you haven't used the wallet for 6 months, we'll just give you a warning. Make sure you back up, make sure you have this copy secure somewhere. And ideally, you want to have 2 copies of your private key somewhere safe in different locations, because you never know what happens to your house, and just want to make sure it's all secure always.
I just have one recommendation, because this is a really cool app. Is there a way, if I have multiple wallets, it looks like I need to go to settings to choose between them. Is there another way from the main wallet tab to be able to access all of the wallets I put in there?
So it's a tricky question, right? Because most of the people, over 90%, they have only one wallet, right? And the question is like, do we need to add this button right on the first screen just for the 10%? Or we want to have it there as an option, but at the same time, just to keep interface minimal, it will be easier for the people. Because one of the problems we notice as well, once you add multiple wallets visible to the people, they always think that for Bitcoin, you have one wallet, for the Ethereum, you have another one. And so you have like different sort of problems once you introduce accessibility to access the like list of wallets. So it's tricky. We definitely want to like have it so people easily could switch them. Maybe we can build some features similar to Twitter, where you can like hold in the tab bar and it just shows you all the wallets. In this case, for Twitter, it's accounts.
Mm-hmm. I would just almost say like on that tab where it says wallet, up at the top where it says tokens and collectibles, have another little tab that says wallets, and then click on that and then have the plus sign available to be able to see which wallets are in there. Because for me, I'm going to have, most people, I think, you're going to have your Ethereum wallet, you're going to have a Bitcoin wallet. Maybe you have a Stellar wallet where you're storing your Stellar, Neo, where you're storing your Neo, if you have any of that, and some of those other ones, right? So sometimes your Trezor might store your Dash and store a bunch of them, or Exodus wallet might store a bunch of those as well. But I don't think you're able to pull those in individually. You're able to, I don't know if you are or not. So if I'm connected to Exodus right now, all my stuff's on Exodus, am I able to connect with that wallet in here
for example?
Yeah, exactly. So if you import mnemonic phrase, then what we utilize a standard called BIP44. So we can derive private keys for the Bitcoin, for the Ethereum, for the Tron, for any blockchain that you use, because they follow the same standard. So like for the new users, they don't get the private key. They have the recovery phrase that allows them to basically have all the one wallet for all the coins. So that's when we simplify.
Can we do EOS on here as well, or is that still to come?
Not yet. So we're waiting for this to integrate it. And if there's any EOS developers that could come into our library and just integrate it, and we'll just pull it into the mobile app.
Yeah, EOS guys, get on here. I do like the D app section. I use Meet.one for my EOS D apps, and they've got a little store in there to show what's available. And so there's a whole bunch here in Ethereum that I didn't know that you can get. I'm especially always interested in the various games that people are developing on the blockchain, and there's a bunch of them here. So I'm going to be explorifying and seeing what there's Ever Dragons, there's Find the Rabbit, there's My Crypto Heroes. Come on.
Yeah, so whenever you find any good dApps, just send me over. I'll happy to add them, actually, because my goal to just provide, we don't charge any fees for the listing of dApps like how many wallets do, but our goal is just to provide really useful tools for people to explore and learn. Mm-hmm. Also, backing up to your previous question, when you said wallets on top core, basically to put it in a tab. So one of the features we want to introduce really soon is the ability to stake your tokens. So you would have tokens, collectibles, and staking. So staking will allow you to do staking in terms of like staking and delegating. And at the same time, you would be able to see how much you stake for a specific coin. And this will come probably with, a few companies that work in specifically on staking, like Cosmos SDK. Is going to be our first company who will allow us to kind of do staking for the users.
Oh, that's great. Speaking of staking, I had some Chipotle burrito bowl with some steak in it today. It was pretty good.
You broke your
Mr.
fast,
Joel Kahn was
huh?
like, Mr. Joel Kahn was like, could you hurry up and get back? Because we got an interview here coming up. So had to finish steak.
I'm having my Chipotle. Leave me alone.
I know. Good stuff. So let's ask this thing, because I think you have simplified crypto immensely. And I think that's one of the barriers that is, sort of prohibiting the masses from joining crypto and adding more value to crypto. And so I want to commend you on that, because I'm looking at this thing. That was so simple. I mean, everyone else, if you're using MetaMask and you have to import every single one of those, you're like, oh, what's the 8-digit or the 18-digit, code you got to bring in, and what's the letter or what's the code for the coin, and how many do you have? I mean, this one literally just goes in, looks at your chain, populates them all, pulls in all the images, all the icons for it, how many you have, how much value you don't have. In my case,
it's actually a sad reminder. In some respect.
I thought I had more. I thought my crypto was more valuable than it was. Apparently, I am even broker than I thought. Thank you for that, Victor. Really appreciate that. Smack in the face of reality.
Yeah.
I'm going to trade you some deed coin for your good deed here.
So you guys can check the show notes for links to Victor's profiles, as well as some links and resources, videos all about Trust Wallet. Victor, is there anything else that you would like to share with the Republic of Bad Cryptopia?
Yeah, totally. I just want to go over is that, we as all the community members in crypto, I think our goal is, not just to hodl, but also utilize the blockchain. What I noticed, people have this notion that hodl, wait for something to come. But at the same time, we don't need to wait. We just need to actually act now. And, there's different type of people in community who could be really useful. If you're a developer, join open source movement. There's so many protocols, so many different products and standards being developed. So they happy to join and contribute to it. And this is going to, amplify, the whole crypto movement, and we can get there faster because, there's not many product people still in crypto. It's mostly just developers. So we need to have more product people who think about UX a lot. So those are the people who can improve the whole overall, experience in crypto.
Don't just hodl, soddle and foddle.
I really appreciate that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw you some naked tokens. They're very valuable.
Oh my! Well, Victor, we appreciate you joining us. Thanks for sharing Trust Wallet with us, and we'll look forward to seeing how it continues to develop there under the tutelage of Mr. CZ.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for inviting.
I've become a fan of Trust Wallet. I hadn't tried it until we interviewed Victor, and now I reference it regularly for multiple wallets. I know you're looking for your phone right now, trying to look at your wallet.
Yeah. What's in your wallet?
Tokens,
crypto tokens. So, I've been having fun with this thing. I got it in my crypto folder for all my crypto apps. And you can take a look. What I love about it is that, if you just have, your My Ether wallet or one of those other ones, it doesn't really tell you what's all in, what all coins you have on that particular wallet, if it's an ERC token. And so that's what's funny about this is that I have two different wallets, and it's going through and it shows all these different tokens that I have that's in each one, some of which I didn't even know that I had, and some that are worth money that I don't even know what they are.
Yeah, it's a mystery. That's being crypto mysterious.
It is.
What is that token? How did I get airdropped that? So check it out. All the links in the show notes from the interview. There's lots of links actually for you to check out. badco.in/261 is the episode where you will find those notes for the show, show of the notes. Do it now. And thanks for listening to the show. As always, we appreciate you. It's been great fun to be here at the Paris Blockchain Week Summit and discover that we've got fans from all over the world. Not that we didn't know that, but having people walk up to us from all these different countries. Hey, Bad Crypto, Trevor.
Yeah. Hey, mate, we love you. We love watching your show.
Yeah.
Like you do. We don't have a YouTube channel. Oh, who are you?
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll get that fixed. That we're on a mission to retrieve our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So.
Somebody said they could maybe help us hook up some things. So we shall see.
Yeah. Mr. Google. We ran into Sergey, and he said he was going to do us a solid.
Yeah. Sergey Brin is like, hold on, let me talk to
Larry.
CEO.
You can talk to Larry
over here at YouTube.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Wachinski, something.
Oh.
Cool deal. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, it's another great episode. Trust Wallet. Make sure to download that if you have an ERC20 wallet. It's pretty cool, and it connects to that. You can see how much everything's worth. Makes it pretty handy. And other than that, I guess what? The only thing to say is stay bad.
Stay bad.
Stay bad.
Who's bad?
The Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of Bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor.
When tracking the domestic dust bunny, you commonly find them hiding under wardrobes next to lost socks. Don't move too suddenly or they'll scurry off. What's utterly fascinating about the dust bunny is that although they are not actually sentient creatures, when they hear that Geico not only saves people money, but also has a 97% customer satisfaction rating, it's obvious to them you should switch. Because yes, switching to Geico is a no-brainer. Oh no, it's the dust bunny's only natural predator. Run along, dust bunnies, run along.